Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I am creating financial freedom for billions of people worldwide. I am creating 1,000,000 millionaires. I am the greatest leader that ever lived. I am God, people, and most important is that I manifest the words I speak. My message today, people, is for you to live an illogical life. I believe this is one of the most powerful messages I've ever shared with you, and I pray and hope that you receive this message today. There's two ways of living, There's people that live based on their five senses, what they see, hear, and experience, It's like their present is their reality. And the second way of living is the person like myself, where my present circumstances, I acknowledge them, but they're not my reality. In other words, my visions that I see in my mind is realer to me than the things I see. Now, how do I get you to that point is what I want to talk about and work on and explore today. Now, if you have not been visualizing the amazing future of life that you want, then that's the first step, people. There's no shortcut here. You need to really start imagining, like, okay, what does your amazing future looks like? What does that look like, people? Where are you living? How is, who are you being? You know what I'm saying? What are you being out there? Like, what are you? Like, start thinking about that stuff and start imagining that stuff, people, because, the more you get busy practicing on your imagination, man, imagination is indeed the greatest nation in this world, because every single thing that we appreciate and is grateful for is because of someone's imagination. And when it comes to your imagination, you're not doing things that you think people are like. I want you to explore and figure things out that truly makes you passionate and enjoy and be excited about life. I want you to think about those things. That's the first step, people, is visualizing what does that amazing future looks like. Now, let's just say, for example, because one of my goals is that I'm creating 1,000,000 millionaires. Let's say one of your goals and vision is to be a millionaire. Then I don't care if you have $500,000 in debt, 100,000 in debt, you have negative balances in your bank account. People, I don't care about none of those things, because that's your present circumstances. It is not your reality, unless you choose it to be, people. See, whatever you focus on, people, is what you manifest. And unfortunately, people have been programmed, and they do this subconsciously without thinking about it. They focus on the lack and limitations. They focus on their current circumstances, and they choose without knowing that that's what they're doing, but that becomes their reality. And that's a very, not just sad space or place to be, people, but it's a very hopeless situation if you continue to do that. So I'm recommending right now for you to get busy creating the amazing vision of the future that you would like to have, and get busy, people, focusing on that, And it's like one of the main reasons why, people, is that here's one of the principles of life that I base this concept off of. See, I know that life does not give you what you want. It does not give you what you think you deserve. It only gives you what you believe that you are right now. And obviously, in order for you to believe it, your level of belief have to get to the point where you know that the things that you're speaking of and the things that you see in your mind, what makes them real, people, is when it goes from just believing or hoping, that they can happen. But eventually, people, and that's the power of affirmation, but the more you affirm these things on a daily basis, it gets to a point where you're no longer just hope that these things will happen, or just say, well, maybe one day, or whatever the case is. It gets to a point where you actually get to the point where people, a sense of knowing that the things that you declare over your life shall and must come to pass. That's the rule of nature, people. And, it's like, as you imagine this, people, this vision that you're creating, where the work comes in is really you developing the habit of living the future that you see in your mind today. You're not waiting for things to happen, but you're actively, intentionally choosing to be the future that you see in your mind. Now, I know that's why I said the topic is being illogical. See, a logical person, they can't make that leap, people. And I'm telling you right now, you have to become and realize, because nature is illogical. You know what I'm saying? Like, for you to, what I just said out of my mouth about you choosing to live your future right now, that's not a logical statement, but that's the facts, though. Is that, it's not going to happen, man, unless the future you envision in your mind will never happen if you do not take the time to focus on making sure that you keep the visions focused in your mind. And that's a lot easier said than done, obviously, because that's the problem right now. Every year at the beginning of the year, people have New Year resolution, and by March it's gone. And it's gone because they could stay focused until something happened, something challenging pops up, and them like, oops, they forget about that goal or dream, and now bam, they right back to, the hustle and bustle and focusing just on what they have in front of them. And unfortunately, people, that's why, for those of you that can relate to this, that's why your life is not changing. It's not changing because, number one, if you don't have vision of what you would like, that's the number one problem right there. But number two, there's people that have visions but can't hold on to that vision long enough for it to materialize. So that's my focus and suggestion for you today, people, is for you to stay focused on the visions that you see in your mind until it becomes realer than your present circumstances, and you actually get to the point where that the visions that you have in your mind, from seeing it and declaring it in your affirmations every day, not only can it or will it, but that everything that you declare and visualize shall come to pass, people. And that's what creating your life look like, people. I don't want you to wait for life to happen to you, or wait for things or people or circumstances. Listen, man, you are 100% in control of your life, and I'm showing you exactly how to do it. You do it, people, by being the future visions that you see in your mind. And again, I know it's not simple. It's not easy, and it sounds so simple. But believe me when I tell you, people, that's why it's critically important for you to develop the characteristics and discipline in order for you to maintain doing that. Let's get busy on doing that today, man. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off there for now. Anyways, people, my declarations over your life. Number one is that you are a millionaire. Number two is that you're married to the person of your dreams. Number three, people, is that you have amazing health and you're in the best shape of your life, people. My prayer for you today is that you heed this message, man, of really working on developing yourself to develop the characteristics of self-discipline and persistence, and the ability to dream, people, to visualize the future that you want, man. That's what visions are. I want you to create the visions that you would like to see in your life, and really focus on that, like, aggressively on a daily basis. Every single day, focus on the goals you have in mind. What do you want to accomplish? And keep that zeroed in. And I promise you, people, over time, you'll watch it materialize. People, again, my prayer for you, man, is nothing but blessings and abundance in your life. But more important than all that, people, be humble and be a student and learn these principles, man, because these will transform your life and your family life for generations to come. God bless y'all, man. Y'all have a good day.